This is race 2B we're going to look at now, and on pole position we have got Alex Roberts from Callum Edwards. Jordan Albert is in third, with Sam Smith in our pink car number 31 in fourth. Jade Edwards and Eduardo Rodriguez line up alongside each other, with Chris Lovett and Richard Collins. Chris Hart, number 22, alongside Tony Liversidge, with Paul Tucker and Adam Craig, who we saw having an off-track excursion earlier on. Paul Yeomans and JCE are 13th and 14th, and Kevin Brent and Clive Powles, with Josh Van Hook and Kevin Dengate in 17th and 18th. We're already under starters order, and away we go. Such is the turnaround here today at Brands Hatch. Last MX-5 race of the day makes its way down towards Barrack Bend for the first time of asking, and everybody holds their breath, and we see who comes through as we manage to get a little bit of action as we come through the top of Barrack Bend here. This is Jade Edwards we're on board with as we come up towards Druids, trying to go right round the outside of everybody. Good effort that, but we flick back to the outside camera. There's JCE, John Coburn Evans. And down towards Graham Hill Bend. Sam Smith looks to be leading the way, unless I'm very much mistaken. This could be my Murray moment. But along the Cooper Straight towards Surtees, then that is number 31, Sam Smith, that leads the way from Jade Edwards. And that's Alex Roberts getting a little bit excited there in the number 15 car there. Just tapping into the back of the white number 9 of Edwards. And Alex will have to watch out for that, because the race directors do take a dim view on avoidable contact. But look at Edwards, pops out from behind Sam Smith, coming up towards Barrack Hill Bend. There's a chance of a cut back towards the inside. Not to be. Sam Smith pretty nifty through there, looks like running possibly a little bit wide. But back up towards Druids. Up the inside of Smith goes Edwards, and it's a well executed move. And through to the lead goes Jade Edwards. So Sam Smith has a little bit of following to do now. Alex Roberts in third place in that number 15 car. We'll be keen to maintain that third position, actually. And look at that though, not just keen to maintain third position, already making a move and having eyes at the back of Sam Smith there. But through we come. Number 1, 2, 3, Callum Edwards, the next car behind Alex Roberts. Tucked right under the rear bumper as they cross the start-finish line. Sam Smith trying to go round the outside, round the long way at Barrack Hill Bend. It's never the best, but can the cutback happen as they come down the hill, side by side up towards Druids Hairpin? Smith looks like the line is covered and trying to hang on round the outside as the number 9 car. Edwards is fighting. And a good job for fighting, because now on the inside for Graham Hill. Perfect, good bit of driving. Had to hang on the outside. Oh, and Roberts gets into the back once again of Smith there, ever so close at Graham Hill. And that almost launches Smith forward, and they're side by side as they come in towards Clearways. This is impressive driving, no contact whatsoever. And Roberts goes up the inside of 31 Sam Smith now. So excellent bit of driving as we come onto the main straight here. Callum Edwards in car number 1, 2, 3 getting an absolute grandstand view of this. Still battling as they come towards Barrack Hill Bend, but this time Alex Roberts goes up the inside and completely takes second place. But having said that, runs a little bit wide at the bottom, and is that going to open the door for Sam Smith up the inside into Druids to repeat the move? Yes, it is. Brilliant bit of driving. Now all this battling is bringing everybody else into play now, because Callum Edwards has closed right up as still Alex Roberts and Sam Smith go absolutely hammer and tongue. At this one we've got Jordan Albert as well, who's wanting to join the party here. This battle looks like good fun, and look at that, Edwards has now got past Roberts and is managing to hold that position. So these positions are changing, not just lap on lap, but corner on corner. And Brands Hatch does give you the great opportunity of having these side-by-side races around the place, and it doesn't really kill that much of your momentum. Such as the layout of the circuit and the flowing nature of the corners. Great for this kind of racing, great for these guys. And MX-5 suit the place extremely well. So Jade Edwards leading the way from Sam Smith. Callum Edwards currently in third position, with Alex Roberts in fourth and Jordan Albert. But for how long, we must say. Edwards having a look at the inside through along the Cooper Straight, makes a move and completes it before they're even at the next corner. So good move, Callum Edwards. Up into second place now. And Jade Edwards starting to run away with this one at the front. That's in MX-5 racing, that is a big lead. You can see a little bit of damage in the back of the 31 car there. Maybe that is compromising straight line speed. Did Callum Edwards possibly miss a gear there? We won't know for sure, but he lost a lot of straight line speed there, and Alex Roberts comes rocking into that one as Sam Smith goes right round the outside. Takes second position back as they come up towards Paddock Bend, and once again the cars all fan out, jockey for position across the track. Number 99 Jordan Albert going round Alex Roberts in the two blue cars side by side here, and Albert's going to have that position for Graham Hill Bend. Yes, thank you very much, takes that position, and we'll be pretty happy with that. Flying formation as they come through this next series of corners, and there's a big lunge up the inside there, but not to be. Side by side with Edwards and Smith as they come in towards Paddock Hill Bend, and Edwards gets that second place back, takes it at the top of Paddock Hill Bend. That is an extremely brave manoeuvre, and manages to defend the line and hold the position as we come back through Druid. Number 82 Eduardo Rodriguez up the inside as they come in towards Graham Hill Bend, but not to be. That was a very, very brave and kind of energetic manoeuvre, shall we say, as Sam Smith has another wobble on the exit of Graham Hill Bend, loses the position to Jordan Albert and also Eduardo Rodriguez right round the outside there. Brave manoeuvre. Now I've got to think that Sam Smith is in some sort of trouble here. That is an ailing MX-5. There's something not quite right with that. You can see the damage on the rear. That bumper forced down at the back will be acting like a huge parachute on the main straights, and all the fast bits possibly making the car a little bit light at the front end grip wise as well. But look at this further down, right in the middle of that we can see John Coburn Evans as they come towards us. Adam Craig flashes past our shot just now, and that is a very hotly contested MX-5 battle right the way down the field. John Coburn Evans, Paul Tucker, Clive Pills, Kevin Dengue, Kevin Brent also in there. Kevin Brent in the red 41 car. There's JCE is a little bit of a wobble in front of him. Car number 142 Tony Liversidge as well is now side by side along the Cooper Straight with JCE, John Coburn Evans, and that's not a place you really want to be. Evans takes a position from Liversidge as they come through there. Liversidge is side by side with number 41 Kevin Brent, but Swiss Tony manages just to keep that position there. But this is a frantic, typical Mazda MX-5 battle here. Now Sam Smith dropping back all the time in the pink car. It's car 22 Chris Hart, who's just gone past him on the main straight there. Sam Smith tries to fight back. Richard Collins looks like he's the next man to be having a pop at Sam Smith. And Chris Lovett in there as well, the red car with the white point on the bonnet of it. Sam Smith, you have to say, just pulls off the racing line and makes it nice and easy for these guys to get past. Unfortunate for Sam. The pace was definitely there at the start of the race, but this is it's a horrible sight to see when you're watching a failing race car. The question is, will Sam continue in this race, or will there ultimately be a retirement back to pits lane in towards the team and say, oh well, let's get them next time. Crossing the line now, keeping a good eye on Sam Smith's lap times are falling way over about 3/4 of a second behind where the pace has been as Albert goes up the inside of Edwards there. Jordan Albert trying to get 1, 2, 3 Callum Edwards, and he done it a little bit of contact as they come down towards Graham Hill Bend. And 99 does take number 1, 2, 3 as they head along. Oh, Eduardo Rodriguez getting a little bit keen on the exit curve as well there, and that keeps Roberts right up behind him. Rodriguez has to defend as they come through here, but that was that white flash you saw just going through the screen there. Well, that's Jade Edwards, long gone at the front. Putting in some pretty impressive lap times is Edwards. 5th best lap so far for a race leader of a 58.7. As Edwards goes back up the inside, and can he make that manoeuvre stick on number 99 Jordan Albert? It's side by side through Paddock Hill Bend. It's brave stuff. Almost a little bit of door handling as they come up towards Druids, but yes, Edwards, car number 1, 2, 3, takes that position back. And a well-timed manoeuvre there actually. At this stage in the race, when tyres are starting to just be past the best, the tendency to overdrive the car is very easy, but look how close those two cars are as they go along the Cooper Straight there. Edwards has the number 99 car of Jordan Albert all over the back of it, and up the inside possibly. No, well covered, well defended racing line there by Callum Edwards in the number 1, 2, 3 red and white car. But he has got to do an awful lot of this because Jordan Albert looks extremely racy right now. And you can see Eduardo Rodriguez, as well as Alex Roberts, number 15, tucked up behind him as they come onto the straight, trying to go round the outside at Paddock Hill Bend. Well, you're a braver man than me, Jordan. If you can cut back to the inside now, though, there could be a possibility of a manoeuvre as they come up towards Druids, and that's exactly what Albert was thinking about and has done. Cracking manoeuvre. Through he goes, nice and clean. And with these guys battling, look how close Rodriguez and Roberts are actually starting to catch them. Oh, a little bit of a moment there, you could actually see a little bit of a moment for Jordan Albert. Just dropped the back of the car as they left Graham Hill Bend, and that let Callum Edwards get a run, but then Edwards has had to lift out of it here, and that's allowed Rodriguez and Roberts right onto the back bumper. Crossing the start-finish line back up and towards Paddock Hill Bend, clicking off another lap here at Brands Hatch, and down Paddock Hill Bend they come. Jordan Albert really has got to try and hold off Callum Edwards, but look at Eduardo Rodriguez trying to go up the inside, but Edwards has gone up the inside of Jordan Albert. He's made that manoeuvre stick. Albert's trying to fight it round the outside of Druids as they head down towards Graham Hill Bend now, and Albert has managed it. He's fought off the advances of Callum Edwards. Fellow commentator Joe Tanner would be very happy with that manoeuvre. A well-timed, well-defended manoeuvre there round the outside of Druids. And if anything now, Callum Edwards is going to have to really start watching for the incoming advancing Rodriguez Roberts. Behind him, car number 82, the white one of Eduardo Rodriguez, and car number 15, the blue one of Alex Roberts. Roberts was a little bit racy at the start of the race. There was a couple of slight little nudges of contact with other drivers, but everything has been kept clean since then. As look at these two, Edwards and Albert, absolutely door handling up towards Druids, and this time Edwards up the inside and has managed to make the manoeuvre count. As almost running off the track there, that's possibly going to make him run wide on the exit the corner for Jordan Albert. Is he going to have to get out of the accelerator pedal, and can Eduardo Rodriguez get past? This is getting extremely close as they go along the Cooper Straight. Rodriguez looks up the inside of Albert and he's made the manoeuvre. No, not quite yet. Yes, now the manoeuvre is finished. He takes that position and he fought very hard for that. And really, Jordan Albert was very, very lucky to get away with putting a couple of wheels almost onto the grass going down and towards Graham Hill Bend. But he's got he's definitely used one of his cat lives there. Edwards holding off Rodriguez, holding off Albert. But for how long? Because look at Rodriguez, he's trying to go up the inside. 3 wide as they come up towards Druids this time for asking. 3 wide, that's never going to work. Gentlemen, there's contact at the top of the hill. It all kicks off. And unfortunately, getting the worst of that was definitely Callum Edwards in car number 1, 2, 3, as Eduardo Rodriguez still fights it out as they go through Graham Hill Bend there. And poor old Callum Edwards, 3 into 1 was never going to work. We've seen that happen so many times in certain races. Chris Hart has been a big benefactor of that. He's really made up a good few positions, and just being in the right place at the right time for Chris Hart, well done. He's fought quite hard to get up into this battle anyway, onto the back of Alex Roberts, and he's now picked up 3 positions in the last lap, which is cracking bit of driving. Richard Collins, an ex-car coming through. In fact, that's Adam Craig, the white car there. White car with the yellow stripe across the bonnet. We saw him having contact in an earlier race. And look at that, because of that contact, Jordan Albert has really been given a nice bit of breathing space now, as no mercy whatsoever from Eduardo Rodriguez on Chris Hart. Hart thinks about going back up the inside of the Graham Hill Bend. Can he make the manoeuvre count? No, he can't get it done and dusted. There's contact and spins out, and have to say, well, he was spun out there, and he's now sitting in the middle of the track. Every racing driver's worst nightmare. Alex Roberts gets into the back of Chris Hart there. Chris was maybe a little bit slow mid-corner, but round goes Chris Hart, number 22, after such a hard drive to get back up into this battle. Absolutely no sympathy whatsoever from the rest of these drivers. They keep their foot down and get on with it. But cheeky number 15, Alex Roberts, now has Eduardo Rodriguez in front of him. So that's kind of split this battle up a little bit, as we can see Jordan Albert at the top of the hill here going through Druids, then Eduardo Rodriguez, then Alex Roberts, and number 1, 2, 3, Callum Edwards. The next car is actually Josh Van Hook, who we saw having a retirement in the first race he was in today. So Josh Van Hook will be happy with his 6th place on the road just now. But let's not forget, at the front is car number 9, the white flash, the white streak, Jade Edwards. And Jade, well, has just checked out in this one. Some now 11 seconds clear of everybody else in the field, and that is an enormous gap in MX-5 racing. Fastest lap of the race, just on the last lap, a 58.536 second lap for Edwards. Watch this battle going in through Paddock Hill Bend. Rodriguez, Roberts, and Roberts having a big moment there, halfway down Paddock Hill Bend, and Edwards trying to go back up the inside, but not to be. Roberts gets away with that one. That's not a place where you want to be having a moment. Tyres now well and truly past their best, and halfway down Paddock Hill Bend, when you get an MX-5 sliding underneath you, I'm pretty sure all the drivers will agree it's not something that you really want to have. So out of Graham Hill Bend we come, along the Cooper Straight. Quick kink to the left, and then back to the right. There's a song in there someplace, in towards Clearways. Roberts homes into the back of Eduardo Rodriguez, using all the road and a bit more, and he was sideways there, and look at that, that's opened up the opportunity for Alex Roberts to get alongside and through, and Alex Roberts takes that one. I'll be very happy with that one. That was an almost gift wrap there. He's on the inside now as they come towards Paddock Hill Bend. The manoeuvre, and Rodriguez tries to go around the outside. That's extremely brave, but he's going to run out of road there. He does. He has sideways moments, and is that going to let Callum Edwards capitalise as well? No. Rodriguez comes straight back across the inside. Roberts up into 3rd place. Rodriguez down to 4th. Edwards stays 5th. Look at Josh Van Hook. Josh Van Hook absolutely on the back of this battle now, and well, he's also gone and brought Adam Craig in the number 29 car along with him. Adam in that white car with the yellow stripe along the front of it, quite easily to identify. And who's that? Oh no, it's finally gone wrong for Sam Smith. Noses into the lovely BRSCC banners there on the tyre wall at the exit of Graham Hill Bend. And poor old Sam Smith, it really hasn't been the best weekend. Definitely not the best way to end it. Thankfully it was a nice soft tyre wall there and not an ankle barrier, as Jordan Albert goes through just now, and then the rest of this huge gaggle of MX-5s follows into Paddock Hill Bend and down. Alex Roberts leads the way through Druids, followed by Rodriguez, Edwards and Van Hook, and this is a good drive by Josh, considering, if my memory serves me correctly, it was Josh Van Hook and Adam Craig who actually went off together in the last race, and the exit of Clearways in the gravel together they were, and that forced the retirement of driver number 10 Josh Van Hook, and he ended the race in the pit lane watching from the pit wall. So any kind of result is a result here for Josh Van Hook. But another step up that ladder would be just what the doctor ordered. So there goes your second placeman, Albert. Here comes the third placeman, Roberts. Then side by side we've got Rodriguez and Edwards, as we can hear the tyres squealing as they go out of sight for us down Paddock Hill Bend. Edwards lost a little bit of ground there, but he's not going to lose the position to Josh Van Hook on the way up towards Druid. Now can Van Hook cut back towards the inside? No, he's just that little bit too far behind. That's not going to happen. Everybody just holding position as they come through Graham Hill Bend and along the Cooper Straight. But here comes driver number 9, and it's Jade Edwards, and what a win, what a fantastic win. Haven't seen much of this car or driver combination at all, because, well, being some 14 seconds clear at the end of the race, absolutely all on their own at the front. In second place we're going to get Jordan Albert coming through, and look at this battle for further down, just out of our sight as he crossed the line. It is Alex Roberts in third place with Eduardo Rodriguez. Josh Van Hook does get fifth place and Callum Edwards sixth. Fastest lap of the race, car number 9 Jade Edwards with a 58.5, and that was on lap 17, so that was close towards the end of the race. And also flashing up on our screen, a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits goes to Kevin Dengate. So unfortunately for Kevin there, car number 78, 5-second penalty applied for exceeding track limits. Oh dear. But yes, nice big hand in the air. Driver number 9, 14 seconds clear at the end. Your race winner, Jade Edwards. And here are the results now. Edwards from Albert and Roberts, with Rodriguez and Van Hook rounding out the top 5. Callum Edwards, Adam Craig, Chris Lovett, Tony Liversidge and Paul Yeomans rounds out the top 10 for that race.
Jordan Albert here with me. Jordan, third place on the grid, you finished second. It was a pretty good race.
It was, yeah, very exciting. Didn't get the best of starts, but a lot of overtaking, some contact here and there, but yeah, really good race. Plenty of overtaking, as I said, and brought the car home, which is good.
Well, the car's in pretty car-like shape. You haven't changed it much.
No, it was slightly off pace in qualifying yesterday, but we've made a few changes here and there to just get it, you know, a bit more up pace. But no, it's handling well, it's driving well, so yeah, pretty good result.
JB, spoke to you after the first race, and you had that unfortunate incident with the tyre. This one must feel quite nice.
This one went a lot better. I started 5th and made a good start. I managed to get behind the leaders lap 1 and just sat behind them for a lap. By lap 2 I then managed to get past. I thought it was going to be a harder race than it was. They seemed to hold on to me for a little bit, got past again. A little bit of a scrap over the first few laps, but then managed to get a break, and from then didn't look back.
Well, your move on Clearways was pretty brave, wasn't it? You just sort of dug in and didn't let go.
Yeah, I mean, I was on the outside, and I thought if I lift off to tuck in behind, it could get someone else to overtake me. So I thought I'm just going to have to be brave, hold it around the outside, and luckily, thankfully to the other guy, gave me racing room, and I managed to make the pass stick.
Well, that's it from us here at Brands Hatch for another round of the BRSCC Mazda MX-5 Championship. Make sure you join us next time then for some more action.